What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to a little bit of an emergency update. I'll probably call this video the emergency update, which is partially clickbait. But the thing is that the U.S. markets, the U.S. stock exchange, and therefore also trading and money, the capital flows from the U.S. are starting in 25 minutes. Probably when you're watching this video, it's 15 minutes. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick video on that, because that will probably mean that we'll get a lot of volatility, all right? And you need to be prepared for that volatility. So we'll talk about what to expect, and for that, we'll look at Bitcoin. There's not much, like usually I also cover news, but there's no real update on the Ethereum ETF yet, which is obviously the big news that we'll get very, very soon. And then apart from that, there's also no real news outside of that you need to know. There's also no major economic news this week, only minor events such as Thursday, the initial jobless claims and the ECB interest rate decision. Doesn't matter much. I think it matters much more to look at Bitcoin right now and what to expect. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then we'll also talk about the main cryptos I think you need to keep an eye on, or at least the main narratives. And then from those narratives, we'll pick out a few. But that's what we'll do. Let's get right into it. So yeah, Bitcoin right now obviously has seen a very, very bullish start overnight. And one of the key reasons why the US session is very, very important is that one of the key reasons why we were this bullish is because yesterday there was this guy or Will, whatever, bidding a lot via Coinbase. All right, so that's almost guaranteed. That's American money, USA money. So what we'll have to see, what you see right here is that most of this bullish movement was in the US session. So the big question is all right, well, can we actually continue that today, or do we see some sort of a reversal? And for that, we really have to wait. All right, if you think about the fundamentals, right? So fundamentally, is it more likely that we'll be bullish, or is it more likely that we're going to be bearish? I would say fundamentally with the German Bitcoin selling, even though I don't think that was too bad, but with that whole fundamental event kind of behind us, in combination with what happened over the weekend at the Trump rally, but then also the expectation of the next couple of months, I would say it's like fundamentally we are gearing up more towards some sort of bullish momentum on the short term. Okay. That's what I think, at least. And then apart from that, I think the technicals do support that. All right, if you look at the 4-hour time frame here, this is the first time we've actually sustainably broken the downtrend we started the 7th of June. All right, so that means something. Whether that means that we'll get up to 66 and 67,000, for that we'll have to wait for confirmation. But I do, if you look at the technicals and you think about the fundamentals, I would say it's most likely we're going to be bullish. But then again, we are at a strong resistance level here, which I do expect resistance from as well. And it's not going to be up only. So for me, the one thing that's very important is very much the short term. I expect us to be bullish, but there's basically two things that can happen. And the first thing is that we just instantly shoot back up with the US session. So that we break above 63,500 right here. And that basically, I mean, sure, there's a bit of resistance at 64,000. But if we break above 63,500 and we actually hold that level, we can be up to 65 and 66,000 by tonight. So that would be very bullish. Personally, I think it's a little bit more likely. We're getting some top vibes here. I think it's a bit more likely we'll get a pullback into this level right here around 60,800. I would say that's the main support level. And then, like I said, fundamentally seen, I would say, and also technically seen, I mean, there's a lot of strong support there. I would say that holds, but also for that, I would wait for confirmation. So basically, short term, when the US session opens, wait for the volatility to kick in. If you see a bullish breakout here, we'll probably have a big spike up at the very least. But if you see a breakdown, then we'll probably drop down towards 61,000 and 60,000 down there. And then from there, what I expect, but I'll try to keep you updated on that, I expect a bullish reaction, perhaps a bit of consolidation, but then ultimately followed by a move above 64,000. So that's what I expect for now. Now, I'll be honest, I can switch my opinion very quickly. All right. In the end, we've been very, very bearish in the last month and a half. If we drop down to that level, that major level that we're aiming for right here, and we don't find strong support, then I will be very risk off. All right. So then I will just wait for stronger confirmation to kick in, probably tomorrow. and position myself afterwards. But that's kind of what you need to realize for the next couple of hours. Then when we're looking at the entire crypto market, there are definitely performers today. If you look at this, I mean, you can see that a coin like Ordi, like ordinals in general, are quite strong. Ordi is trying to break out above a significant resistance level right here between $36.5 and $35. Could be interesting, but does need to break above that. So now we'll just go over all the altcoins I think are interesting, right? And then if you think one is interesting as well, I would just zoom in on that one and maybe pause the video or something. But no, Ordi is quite interesting. Floki and Token are usually quite correlated, are both close to breaking out as well. Floki, I don't have the chart on right now, but Token you can see very clearly. Strong resistance at 8 cents. If we can break above that, we can rally a lot. But I wouldn't buy unless we have actually broken that level. And then you can see something like Say was also quite strong. WorldCoin is absolutely trying to rocket here. And that's also when we're talking about narratives right now. So let me quickly look at this. Like if WorldCoin breaks above 2.1, that's interesting. But when we're talking about narratives, it's very much ordinals, Bitcoin related coins, and then AI and RWA. Those are the altcoins I think you need to focus on. You can see that SATS is absolutely rocketing. That's an ordinals token. Ordi is trying to follow, but it still needs to get those confirmations. When we're looking at AI, Render was quite strong earlier today, now not so much. I would actually say like AI doesn't look that interesting. I think RWA, so real world assets, look much more interesting. Like PolyX, Ondo, Token, Maker, Mantra or Ohm, all close to a breakout or already broke out. Like Maker broke out, Ohm broke out. PolyX still needs to break out above 27.5 cents. Ondo still needs to break out above $1.05, and Token we already discussed. But I think those are the three narratives I think you can focus on the best. And then there are some outliers, like Say is quite strong and is trying to get some confirmation here. So I would keep an eye on that. WorldCoin as the one AI coin is also interesting. But that's about it, I would say, for AI. So in summary, next hour is going to be very volatile for Bitcoin. For me, it's either a pullback into a brief consolidation and then a bullish continuation, or an instant bullish continuation, probably followed by a bigger pullback. And then when we talk about altcoins, it is when we're talking about AI, WorldCoin is interesting, the RWA narrative is interesting, and then some lone wolves such as Ordi and Say. All right, that's what you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.